So we have the 17th day of trigonometric functions. We will have 3 more days to complete. And today we are going to have some very important or extremely important formula. A set of formula. So let's go for it. These things we know it. It is only just for your revision. Just to have a glance at these. We have the graphs. We have the reduction formula. Formula for 2x, 3x and x by 2. And the formula which we have seen last day. Very important. Now we go for today's. We call the factor formula and converse. Factor formula is also known as product rule. We are going to factorize some of few terms. Right? Just the derivation part you can ignore, but I am just bringing out how we are going to get it. Sin a plus b we know, sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. And sin a minus b we know, sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. And if you add these two, we are going to have cos a sin b cancels, and what we are getting is 2 sin a cos b. Cos a sin b cancels, these two will get cancelled, and we get 2 sin a cos b. Okay, and if we subtract, we get sin a plus b minus sin a minus b. That will be, in that case, sin a cos b cancels, and we get 2 cos a sin b. And again we have cos a plus b. What is cos a plus b? Cos a cos b minus sin a sin b, and cos a minus b, cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. When you add these 3 and 4, we get sin a sin b cancels, sin a sin b cancels, and you get 2 cos a cos b. Whereas when you subtract 3 minus 4, cos a cos b cancels, and here we get minus 2 sin a sin. So cos a plus b minus cos a minus b is minus 2 sin a sin b. If you take cos a minus b minus cos a plus b, you get 2 sin a sin b. We can keep like that also. Let me keep like this. Now this I am going to read as the formula reading from right side. When you read from that I'll read later. Right now let me read from left side, but keeping a plus b as c and a minus b as d. When you have a plus b as c and a minus b as d, this one will be read as sin c plus sin d. And what will be a here? If you add up these two, you get a will be c plus d by 2 and b will be c minus d by 2. So this first one I can read as, this will be read as sin c plus sin d equal to 2 sin c plus d by 2. A is here, c plus d by 2, and into cos c minus d by 2. And sin c minus sin d, this one, sin c minus sin d will be 2 cos c plus d by 2 into sin c minus d by 2. That's what I'm going to read. Sin a plus b plus sin a minus b, that is sin c plus sin d equal to 2 sin c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. Similarly, the other one, sin c minus sin d. Further, cos c plus cos d, 2 cos c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. And cos c minus cos d, minus 2 sin. Be careful, here we have a minus. If you read cos d minus cos c, then you have to remember that. Right now you remember like this will be better to keep cos c minus cos d minus 2 sin c plus d by 2 into sin c minus 2. And conversely, what as I told, we read it from right side. 2 sin a cos b is another formula again. Sin a plus b plus sin a minus b, and 2 cos a sin b, sin a plus b minus sin a minus b, and 2 cos a cos b, cos a plus b plus cos a minus b, and minus 2 sin a sin b, cos a plus b minus cos a minus b. Or we can read that as 2 sin a sin b equal to cos a minus b minus cos a plus b. There you have to put your mind there just to remember. So 2 sin a cos b, 2 cos a sin b, 2 cos A cos B, and 2 sin A sin B. You have to write this and read it again and again so that this will go to your mind. You can refer it. You can, while doing problems, you refer it so that it will stick in your mind. Okay, let's go for applying this. Express the following as product. While you wanted to write these as products, the first formula will be applied. Sin C plus sin D. Here we apply sin C plus sin D. 2 sin, so here C is 6x, D is 4x. 2 sin 6x plus 4x by 2 into cos 6x minus 4x by 2. That is 2 sin 5x into cos x. 2 sin 5x into cos x. We can directly write, no problem. These steps you can skip. Second one, cos 8x plus cos 2x. Which formula you apply? Cos C plus cos D. 2 cos into cos. Okay. 2 cos C plus D by 2. And directly write 10x by 2 is 5x into cos C minus D by 2. 6x by 2, that is 3x. So 2 cos 5x into cos 3x. Third one is sin C minus sin D. Sin C minus sin D. 2 cos into sin. 2 cos, again you have like 5x into sin 7x minus 3x, that is 4x by 2, that is again 2x. 2 cos 5x into sin 2x. Fourth one is cos minus cos C minus cos D. There you have to remember, I prefer the bigger one first. So can you take minus out and write cos 5x minus cos 3x? This to avoid some other confusion in between, to avoid a negative angle. So minus is outside now, minus of. Now what is cos C minus cos D? Another minus is coming, don't worry. So minus of minus 2 sin C plus D by 2 into sin C minus D by 2. This minus into minus will be plus now. Answer will be 2 sin 4x into sin x. Okay. Fifth one is sin x plus or cos x plus sin x. Our formula is for cos x plus or minus cos x, sin x plus or minus sin x. But here we have cos x plus cos x. One of the option is you change cos x to sin x in sin pi by 2 minus x. Other option is change sin x to cos pi by 2 minus x. Right? I rewrite this as cos x plus cos pi by 2 minus x. To avoid some confusion, we write cos pi by 2 minus 6 in the first. Now apply formula for cos C plus cos D. 2 cos C plus D by 2 into cos C minus B by 2. Simplifying, it is 2 cos pi by 4 into cos pi by 2 minus 2x by 2, that is pi by 4 minus x. But cos pi by 4, we know the value, 1 by root 2. So 2 into 1 by root 2 into cos pi by 4 minus 6. Or simply root 2 cos pi by 4 minus 6. Now this has another alternative procedure to do. Instead of converting one to the other one, we have another way. We can rewrite this cos x plus sin x as taking a constant root 2 common out. From where do I get this root 2? Root 2 into 1 by root 2 cos x plus 1 by root 2 sin x. From where do I get this root 2? Here this is on the form a cos x plus b sin x, where a is 1 and b is 1. Root of a squared plus b squared. This technique you may need many times. So I'm just taking again. Root 2 into 1 by root 2 cos x plus 1 by root 2 sin x. And this 1 by root 2 I can write as cos pi by 4. Another 1 by root 2 I can write sin pi by 4, so that you have the formula cos A cos B plus sin A sin B, which is nothing but cos A minus B. I mean cos A plus B. Cos A cos B, sorry, cos A minus B. Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B is cos A minus B. So this is root 2 cos pi by 4 minus 6. Root 2 cos pi by 4 minus. The same answer we have. Sixth one is 1 plus sin x. Now this 1 you can write as cos pi sin pi by 2. Sin C plus sin D format. Sin C plus sin D. 2 sin C plus D by 2 into cos C minus D by 2. Substituting this is 2 sin pi by 4 plus x by 2 into cos pi by 4 minus x by 2. Express the following as product now. Now we want the reverse. The product as sum or difference. You are given the product. 2 sin A cos B. Suppose in case the 2 is not there, you only have sin A cos B. You multiply and divide the 2 and hence you supply that 2 sin 7x cos 5x, 2 sin 5x sin 3x, 2 cos 2x cos 4x, and 2 sin 3x cos 6x. Well, 2 sin A cos B. What is 2 sin A cos B? 2 sin A cos B, sin A plus B plus sin A minus B. So sin 12x plus sin 2x. Okay. Sum. Again, we may write sum or difference. Let us see. 2 sin A sin B. 2 sin A sin B. Cos A minus B is cos 2x minus cos A plus B, and is cos 8x. Here, 2 cos A cos B. Cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. I prefer the bigger angle, cos power x first. That avoids many other possible errors and confusion. 2 cos A cos B, cos A plus B cos 6x plus cos A minus B cos 2x, cos 6x plus cos 2x. And the fourth one, not third, fourth. Fourth one is 2 sin A cos B, 2 sin 3x cos 6x. But if you write the bigger one, the formula will change, but the ultimate answer will be same. You better write cos 6x first because 6x is bigger. You write this as cos 6x cos 6x sin 3x. And the formula is 2 cos A sin B is sin A plus B minus sin A minus B. So sin 9x minus sin 3x. Okay? Now let us get a few more. Prove that sin 3A plus sin A upon cos 3A plus cos A is tan 2A. I think now done. Sin plus sin and cos plus cos. Take left side. Numerator sin C plus sin D. And denominator cos C plus cos D. Sin C plus sin D. So here 2 sin 4x plus 4A plus A. 4A by 2. 3A plus A by 2. That is sin 2A. Into cos 3A minus A by 2. I skip that step. You can directly write. Divided by cos C plus cos D. Cos C plus cos D is 2 cos 2A cos A. What is cancelling? 2 goes, cos A goes, and you get sin 2A by cos 2A, that is tan 2A. That's right. Again, one more. Prove that sin 5x minus 2 sin 3x plus sin x upon cos 5x minus cos x equal to tan x. What is left side? I prefer sin 5x plus sin x together for more convenience. So sin C plus sin D. Sin C plus sin D. 2 sin 3x into cos 2x. So not 2 sin 3x into cos 2x minus 2 sin 3x upon now cos C minus cos D minus 2 sin C plus D by 2 into sin C minus D. Numerator takes something common, 2 sin 3x common into cos 2x minus 1 upon minus 2 sin 3x into sin 2x. 2 goes, sin 3x goes, this will be cos 2x minus 1 upon minus sin 2x, and that minus will make you to write numerator as 1 minus cos 2x upon sin 2x. 1 minus cos 2x